Hello, it's Gammy. I want to tell you about our movie viewing time when I was a kid. When we were about 8 or 9, my younger sister and I used to go to the neighborhood theater. It was only a few blocks away. And on Saturdays, if we got there around noon, we could sit all afternoon and watch a double feature play over and over. And it only cost a quarter each. Cheap entertainment for a few hours. And a bag of popcorn was between 5 and 10 cents. And this was probably about 1950 or so, early 50s. And then by 1960, popcorn had gone up from a nickel to 25 cents. But we loved it, and especially on the days when the king was there. Not a real king. King of the Cowboys. That was Roy Rogers. And he had a faithful horse, Trigger. Really popular. And then the Queen of the West was his wife, Dale Evans. And they used to make westerns together. And good family fun. And then on the days when they didn't show Roy Rogers films, they showed Gene Autry's films. And he was great too, and his horse was named Champion. Dale and Roy had traveling troubadours that were in their movies with them, and it was a group of cowboys that had guitars, and they sang for us. But Gene Autry didn't have cohorts. He had himself with a guitar, and he used to sing quite a bit also. And then later on, after I was married and we moved to a suburb of Minneapolis, there was a theater across the highway from us, and it was named the Terrace Theater in Robbinsdale. And especially on hot summer evenings, we had no air conditioning in our home. We would take all the kids and go up to the terrace and watch movies. They had a second-story overlook in that theater, and it was a crying room just for little kids and babies. So we would all troop up the stairs and go there, and then the wall that faced the screen of the theater was all glass, and there were speakers in there, and we could watch the movie just fine up there without children or babies interfering with others. That was great fun. And the air conditioning didn't hurt either. And then later on, and then I guess we jump to the 1960s when we had even more little kiddies. And we went to the drive-in theaters. In 1960, Google says there were between 4,000 and 5,000 drive-ins across America. You'd have to go a ways today to find one. I think there used to be one in Raleigh, but I don't think it's still there. And anyway, there probably still are some in the country, but what we would do is we'd pile the kids into the car, especially on hot nights when it was too hot to stay at home. And we would drive to the drive-in, park in the spot that was empty and designated, and then roll down the window of the car, put the speaker, hang it on the window, roll the window back up, turn on the speaker, and we were set to go to watch the movie on the big screen ahead of us from our car. If the kids got restless and didn't want to watch mushy movies anymore or whatever we were watching, we would take them up to the playground that was right in front of the movie screen. And it was just for children that wanted to get away from having to watch that movie. And they would play up there. They had a lot of fun a lot of playground toys, but if they made too much noise, that wasn't where you wanted to park your car. You wanted to be back a ways where the noise wouldn't interfere. That was great fun. And these are memories that a lot of people don't have today, probably don't want, but they're precious to me, and they've got to be unusual for you. Do you remember any of this? Are you that old? I mean old.